Today I'm going to set you up to make your own vision board. For today's craft, you're going to need some scissors, some glue. I'm using some paper, a little bit of a background, I'll talk about that in a moment, and some magazines. Now, let me just explain something here. You're using the scissors to cut out from the magazines and the glue to glue everything on to your vision board. And this here is a little bit of cardboard. Now, I just took some cereal, a cereal box, an old cereal box, and I cut it out. You don't have to use the cardboard, but I like that it's a little bit thicker. You could use a box and just cut out a box, or you could just use a regular piece of paper to put this on. But I like to use something a little bit stiffer. Last year, I'll just show you my last year's vision board. I used this foam piece. It's a little bit thicker. It just gives everything a little bit more stability. So you decide what you have, if you have anything that you could use, or you could just use paper. Now this was black already. This year I'm taking this piece of cardboard that I'm using and I'm going to cover it with paper. So I like to use black for my background. You could just use this, wouldn't matter. You could just glue everything on here, or you could choose a different color. It's completely up to you. So depends kind of what you want everything to look like in terms of the supplies that you need. What you want to do though is grab a bunch of things that you can also cut out. So these are magazines where I'm going to go through them, search through and find things that inspire me. So once again, last year I found all of these things that inspired me. I had a little title and just words, pictures. So all you're looking for in these magazines is things that inspire you for your year, things that you want to happen, things that bring you love and joy. This is your vision board, so there's nothing wrong with what you put on it. It's not going to look the same as someone else's. So grab whatever you're going to use for your main background, and we'll get started with that first. And then grab your magazines, whatever you happen to have, things that you can cut out of. Make sure that you ask someone before you cut out of a magazine. And then just get started and start decorating your vision board any way you want. I'll just run through this part first and then leave you to do your vision board. So this here is going to be the main part of my vision board. I don't mind this size, but I think I'm going to make it a tiny bit smaller just to make it a little bit straighter on this end. I'm just going to cut a little bit off. You could make a vision board that's much larger than this, which would be really cool. And you could also make a little tiny one. It's completely up to you. You decide the size, but you just want to make sure that you cut out the size that you want. You might need help with if you're cutting cardboard. So do that. Cut out the size that you'd like, and then you can choose to just leave it like that and glue everything on top, or you can choose to add a color to the top. I'm going to add black, and I think actually I'm going to create a little border around the outside. So I'm just going to kind of measure. It would be good to use a ruler at this point, but I'm just going to fold. Sometimes when you don't have a ruler, you can just improvise. So I'm going to find the place that I want. I'm going to fold it over and then cut on that line. I am then going to fold here because I like a little border around the outside on the bottom as well. I'm going to cut on these lines. I'm going to glue that on top. Then I'm going to start cutting pictures and words and all kinds of things from my magazines, and I'm just going to randomly place them. Last year I placed them very neatly. I liked everything to line up, but you don't have to do that. You can layer them. It's completely your vision board. It is up to you. So go ahead, start cutting things out. I've cut out a whole bunch of things here, and this is when you kind of have to start putting things together like a puzzle, figuring out how you want your layout to be. You might find out that you need more pictures, or you can either add as you go throughout the year. And you want to figure out where your background is going to be, all kinds of things. You can layer, you can put things so that you have everything neat and organized like last year. You can see I have everything organized, or you can just kind of make it like a big collage. There's no right or wrong. This is about you being creative, and you can cut parts of pictures out, whole pictures out. Therefore, what you want to do is just start cutting your pictures out, whatever shape you want them to be, organizing them on your board. And I would wait, and I wouldn't glue anything until you're happy with it. So put everything on your board, moving it around. That way, if you find another picture or words or whatever it is that you find that you like and you need to move it around, you can do that. And once you've placed everything on, you like it, then go ahead, glue it down, and you will have your vision board. I hope you enjoyed making your vision board as much as I did, and I hope that all the wonderful things you envisioned for the year come true for you. Thanks for joining me on Craft Club for Kids. Remember, be creative and have fun.